This is the tuta, a revolutionary garment designed by Ernesto Michaelis, famously known by his pseudonym Tayat. It was 1919 and Italy was experiencing an economic crisis that prevented people from updating their clothing with modern styles. Inspired by early Italian futurism and Russian constructivism, Tayat rejected old production models, and to promote new idealistic ways of living, he published the design and sewing instructions for the tuta in the newspaper for the public to replicate at home. The one-piece garment was a sewing pattern for the masses that required little fabric and had minimal stitching, aiming to help people save time, effort and resources while updating their wardrobe. It was easy to make for the everyday person. Putting it in contemporary words, terms such as user-orientated, open access, DIY and circularity come to mind. Had Ernesto Michaelis been born centuries later, he would have had access to a network of fab labs and makerspaces to collaborate with like-minded designers and makers. On top of that, he would have most probably used digital tools in all steps of the development process. This is distributed design. Distributed design is one outcome of the intersection of two global trends, the maker movement and the digitization of the design discipline. This convergence has led to the rise of a new market, in which creative individuals have access to digital tools that allow them to design, produce and fabricate products themselves, or easily connect to a global network of collaborators to undertake aspects of this process with them. Today, the principles of distributed design, such as open, collaborative, sustainable and inclusive practice, are being applied to a wide variety of design and making applications, from open source hardware to fashion made from biomaterials to education and co-design processes.
Vivihouse is a modular building system that is very ecologically and works from multi-story levels.
We are Domingo Club and we make open source tools to ferment your homemade plant-based proteins.
I'm working with recycled plastics.
I created a digitally fabricated chair design that was designed for public spaces.
So with Stuka we built the perfect design to manufacturing platform to build carbon negative furniture.
MakeWorks is a global library for local manufacturing.
I have a project in 3D printing with clay. It's called Jet Clay.
Batchworks is a 3D printing company. We really focus on batch production and transforming waste into product.
The Distributed Design Platform is co-funded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union, and it brings together cultural institutions such as Fab Labs, makerspaces, design centres, in order for us to understand what distributed design is and how we can really show off and make space for makers within the cultural and creative industries of Europe and beyond. We mount events such as an awards every year, a book, and local activities as well, really embedded into the local fabric in order to support and bring to light the work that designers and makers are doing in changing our consumption paradigms.
So our current industrial paradigm is designed for mass consumption. It's made up of global supply chains that pump out standardized products across the globe. This is a linear economy in which we design things to be produced, consumed, and then just thrown away. We're making a ton of waste. We need to transition to a circular paradigm in which waste is designed out. Inspired by the Fab City Global Initiative, distributed design harnesses global digital connectivity and local production capacity so that designers can rethink how do we produce, consume, and live in cities. In distributed design, designers can produce and design products locally at the same time as collaborating at distance online. This means we don't have to ship products around the world unnecessarily, and we avoid using more resources than we actually need. This way, we can significantly reduce our ecological footprint.
Design is becoming increasingly seen as a force for good. Over 4 years, the distributed design platform has witnessed open and collaborative design approaches become a vehicle to evolve design practice beyond aesthetics and making beyond digital fabrication, towards a brave new approach to thinking, practicing and organising for more inclusive, plural futures. By nature, the field has a high impact potential in democracy, social inclusion and the climate crisis.
Distributed design is really about opening up design, making design available to everyone. We have these amazing new technologies that makes it possible for a lot of people to actually both design and produce products and designs. So I can sit in Copenhagen, I can design a chair or a table, I can share these designs globally, and someone in Southeast Asia could print or produce that. It's a way of using resources and materials locally and sharing designs and knowledge about how to make products globally.
The knowledge that allows us to design and make things based on technology and science does not come now through the traditional institutions like universities or companies, but there's also this grassroots transfer of knowledge that can go to any part of society, and that's probably one of the greatest transfers of knowledge in human history.
A key point is that we are not working alone anymore, and it's really about the network more than the single nodes of the network. And this is a completely different model. It really means to share, distribute, involve, keep things open, modify them and so on.
I think that distributed design can play a big role in making the production of products that we use every day more sustainable. And I think the makerspaces can play a big part in that, as they make the tools that are necessary for that accessible to everyone and create these spaces where new ideas can also come up and where knowledge can be shared with each other.
We believe that distributed design is rooted in making, hands-on making. But through making, you can unpack much more complex issues.
How you distribute knowledge, so open sourcing, how you distribute power, like who owns the companies, and all those things together help us create a more kind of regenerative, redistributed and just society.
The past 4 years have been an amazing exploration of how we can support designers and get them visibility within the EU and beyond these borders.
I participated in the open call for design that was connected to distributed design platform in FabLab Budapest. I had many people around me who was dealing with many different projects, but all of them were for the open call.
MakeWorks is a part of the distributed design ecosystem, and kind of like a little sister or partner of distributed design. I like to see it like this at least. You can see that there are designers and creative people who maybe have an idea but do not have the capacity to make it themselves. Through MakeWorks, they can connect with manufacturers in their local ecosystem, in their neighborhood, collaborating basically and making their ideas reality.
We participated to this awards. We won, and it was also a good start for us, and we got on the right direction.
Because we won that award, we won 2,000 euros. We could rent a place in Studio Epodena, we could start the project properly. Everything we do is 100% made into a fab lab using digital fabrication, and we release all the planes that we design, either from the fermenter, the wooden box with the heating system inside, or the 3D printed molds that we use to make tempeh, or now the Domingo necklace as we call it, where you can make tempeh with your body heat.
We are now in Bilbao, and what we are doing is a boot camp in 3D printing with clay. It's called Jet Clay. We selected 8 people, I think, at the end, that they're interested in building their own machine. It's in the background, it's a big Delta machine. So in the first week, what we are doing is building that machine, and in the second week, we are going to develop the projects that we asked them to send.
This year we held a summer school academy in August, where we invited 9 different designers to actually work on products that can be locally produced anywhere in the world. One of the machines that were built here in Viaducten that is actually going to be produced in Africa in 2 weeks
is possible to build locally, mostly out of wood, and allows people to make a small production of plastic sheets that then can be used to make local products.
Batchworks is a 3D printing company, essentially, but we really focus on batch production and transforming waste into product. And one of our big vision is to do distributed manufacturing. So how can we bring manufacturing back to the city and try to produce products on demand from local waste?
When we build houses today, they're meant to last for at least 100 years. But somehow everything we put inside them is only meant to last for 10 years. And that's something we want to change. So we built the Perfect Design to Manufacturing platform, which consists of 3 parts. It's a design tool for designers to be able to design and optimize the production of furniture with the carbon positive impact on the environment. It's a distributed manufacturing network that can speak to factories around the world. So when you as a designer have finished your design, you can press print and then this gets sent to a number of factories around the world. And then it's a maintenance platform which allows you to always maintain and upgrade your furniture if something breaks or needs to be repaired.
Vivihouse is a modular building system that is very ecologically and works for multi-story levels. For us, open source was always at the start because we thought it's very important to create this community around this project. We wanted to have it a community-based project. We wanted to have many people being able to contribute and to foster ecological buildings generally.
Having touched on the past and present of distributed design, one question remains. What's next in the field of distributed design?
Being part of the distributed design platform has been wonderful for us because this is really a way of showing the power of distributed design, but we've also worked a bit distributed ourselves, working together with all these partners across different platforms and made all the knowledge, skills, data and resources available to a broad audience.
This is a model, we have seen it in action and it worked. Now we have to figure out how do we scale this model to other problems such as, climate crisis or social problems, migrations, or there are so many things, sustainability in the way we eat and produce things. So it's a big challenge ahead of us.
In a Fab City future, where everybody is a distributed designer, where distributed design becomes the norm, there won't be any designers because everybody is a designer. That's the ultimate goal of a Fab City and the ultimate goal of distributed design. It's a participatory design. There is no boundary between the designer and the consumer, so we melt that boundary and now we start talking about the designer and the citizen, or the designer is the citizen.
I think the definition of distributed design definitely has changed over the last few years. So where at the beginning it was very much about shipping bits, not atoms, now it's much more about the distribution of not only design, but of values and knowledge and power. So all the values of distributed design are really transformational. It's like proper systems thinking, but rooted in the maker movement. And that's a really big shift.
Over 4 years, the distributed design platform has been able to understand what it means to design in the 21st century and how we as a community, a global community, can really empower makers to be part of that change and to make the futures that we envisage.